Hello and welcome to this short video to help you with your library assignment in Music 280B. My name is Paula Cardozo and I'm the librarian filling in for music while Sandra Cowan is away on study leave. Before we get into the resources that you'll need to successfully complete your assignment, just a quick reminder of how to get help in the library. Over here on this Ask Us button are all the different ways to get a hold of us. You can also come to the library in person to the research desk, which is just near the entrance of the library. We also have a number of guides that are available to help you anytime. And while we have ones that are specific to music, music resources, music scores, and sheet music, I also wanted to point out the site sources just in case you need a little bit of extra help with Chicago. Now, you can search for a lot of the resources that you're going to be doing in the music guides, but we are going to pop out and do a manual search. So let's click on the search tab here. For this particular assignment, you're focusing on a lot of the physical items in the library, books, CDs, that type of thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the library catalog. We're going to do a quick search. Now, I'm interested in finding the collective works for a particular composer, so I'm going to go ahead and start typing that in. Keep in mind that searching in library resources can be a little different than searching in Google. I'm not going to type in a big long phrase. What I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on my two key concepts, which are collected works and my composer, and we always put the word "and" in between. So let's do a quick search here. Now, I only had one hit for the collected works, and this is what came up. So there's lots of different valuable pieces of information at play here. First of all, if it is a physical resource, we want to make sure that it's actually still in the library and that it hasn't been checked out. This is a multi-volume set of collected works, but we can go and we can use this call number here, and that is the item's address on the shelf. Now, if you come from a school library or public library and you're used to Dewey, this might look a little different. I'm going to show you a tip right now that's going to help you make sense of this. So let's just quickly get out of here for a second. Now, you can go ahead and write the call number all the way across the line the way they've done it here, or you can use this system, which is the one that I use. Write it down in chunks, and there's two different reasons for that. One, the spine label that you're going to be looking for that will be affixed to the item is going to look more like this. And this is also a method you can use to find things easier and make it a little bit easier on your brain than trying to process a big jumble of numbers and letters. So if you write it down in chunks, that's also the way you look for it. So the very first thing we have to worry about is finding the M section. Then we go down to 3, and then we just keep going down until we find exactly the item we need. And of course, if you're ever searching for something in the library and you can't find it, please don't be embarrassed. Just go back upstairs, talk to someone at one of the library help desks, and they'll be able to help you do this. I promise once you've got some practice, it's going to get easier. Now, in addition to a call number, and this is very important to remember in music where we're dealing with so many different formats and locations, we also have to look at that location. So this particular item is living in the oversized collection, and maybe I don't know where that is. Again, no problem. Let's just go back to the library homepage. We're going to scroll down to the bottom. Right down here, there's a link to library floor plans. And this is going to give me a sense of where to go in the library. Now, most of the physical collection lives down on level 9 on the bottom floor of the library. And let me just scroll down here for a second. Now, the way that's set up is like a horseshoe. It starts at A's on one side and it horseshoes all the way around to the Z's. A lot of the music stuff is going to be in the M's, but remember, we are looking for that oversized collection, and that happens to be right up at the top of the horseshoe. Anything that says main collection is here and here. Now, there's some other music resources that are living in some slightly different places. Let's just go and take a quick look at that. So when you enter the library, the reference collection is here, and we do have some music encyclopedia and dictionaries that you might want to take a look at that are still in print. But for this particular assignment, I believe you do have to find some CDs. They're over here in the media collection. So you'll be able to find some CDs, LPs, along with some listening stations that are in the vicinity. And of course, if you're having trouble finding anything at all, when you come in the library, you're just going to go over to this desk and you're going to ask for some help from whoever happens to be sitting there. So let's go back to our search page. And let's say I'm interested in a biographical work. I want to get to know something about the life of my composer. So I'm just going to swap out collected works. I'm going to throw in biography. I'm going to run another search. This time I got a few extra hits, so let's just take a quick look and see what's going on there. So again, now we know how to use a call number and look at a collection, but of course we also have some electronic resources as well, so we can click on those links. And I encourage you to get into the habit of, when you find something that's useful, go ahead and click on the title and get right into the record, because there's a couple of different things that are going on there. For example, here we have our link to our ebook. But right here we have all of that information that we need to construct our Chicago reference when it's time to cite. And then we also have the subject headings that can help us connect to other works and get to know some of the precise terminology about your subject, and that's going to help you when you go and you search for different things. Another thing that I want you to know how to do as students in music is know how to focus on your format types. Now in the catalog, we can go up to Modify Search right here. Click on that. I'm going to take out biography, and I'm going to pretend that I'm interested in finding some sound recordings for my composer. So I'm going to leave his name there. I'm going to scroll down to Material Type. And two of the ones you're definitely going to want to be aware of are printed music, so that would be for your physical music sheets and scores, but also sound recordings as well. And that's how you're going to be able to find some CDs for this assignment. So let's click on Submit. And now we have a number of different CDs that have come up. So we have our call number. It looks very similar to what we were using before, but now we have a slightly different location, and we know that the media collection is up on floor 10. That media collection is just a small sample of the music that's available you here. Just remember that in the music guides section, there are also links to some really large streaming music collections as well. So those are some of the major things that you're going to need to get through this assignment. I'm just going to go back to the library homepage. So remember, there's the guides, and we've got music right here. Remember that there's the Ask Us. You can go to the front desk or contact the front desk. This is your first line of defense when you're asking for help. But of course, if you need me, go ahead and email me, and I'm happy to help. Good luck with your assignment.